What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Joe, and this is Heart and Hustle Printing. Alright, so like I told you guys from the beginning, I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. I was actually sponsored by Ricoma for the MT-1501 right here. So I'm really appreciative of that. Alright, so what we're going to be doing in this video, I got my first job. We're going to be embroidering some jackets, right? And what a job to pick for the first one. Some really fat, fluffy jackets, Adidas. And the last thing I want to do is mess these up because the price tag on this is about $110. So, so as you guys know, January 1st, the new year, I told you guys we had got this from Ricoma, right? And then here we are doing our first video. But those of you that follow me on Instagram or YouTube stories, you guys have seen little clips here and there that I've been putting out. Right, so with the MT-1501, this one came pre-threaded. You guys remember that? And then the needles right here were already in there, right? So me not knowing much about this, I put the thread in the back. I ran it through like they showed us to. And I was ready to go. I thought I was, right? But there's different needles that you can use. There's different thread weights you can use. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into this machine that you got to learn whenever you're getting ready to do stuff like that, right? And it's been a learning curve, but I think I'm slowly getting it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna come overnight. It's gonna take practice, but I'm getting it. You know what I mean? All right. So those of you that have been following me on Instagram or YouTube stories, you guys have seen the little clips that I've been putting out there with this thing right here. So a lot of you guys have messaged me and told me that it looks really good. Again, like whenever I'm doing these, I was just used to like seeing really sharp letters. Whenever you do screen printing, whenever you do vinyl, you see the sharp letters, really crisp edges, you know what I mean? But when it comes to embroidery, it's different. And then I guess my mentality of doing that and vinyl and screen printing, that's just what I was used to. But then when I started sending people the images that I was getting, they were like, that's good. So I was like, okay. So I was sending it to, some of you guys might know Ramon the Cholo. He's been a really, really big help through this whole process. And I just want to say that, hey, Ramon, I really appreciate you. I've had a lot of questions and I feel bad because I keep asking him, but he tells me it's not a problem. All right, so as you guys know, if you are one of my subscribers or you just follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I know nothing or knew nothing about embroidery prior to having this machine. So we're going through this all together. All of us, the Heart and Hustle family and myself, we're all learning this together. And I'm going to teach you what I've learned so far during this process, just like I do with everything else. That's what my channel's about, and that's what we're going to keep it about, right? So let's go ahead and dive into this video, and I'm going to show you exactly how I got a really good outcome. Well, at least I think it is. People that do this professionally might say, oh, you could have did this or you could have did that, and I'm okay with that. If you guys have any comments, leave them down below and let me know what I could do better, so I could be better for my customers when it comes to this right here. And like again, my channel is about teaching. I can help someone that is looking to get one of these right here, right? So let's go ahead and jump into this video. All right, so here, this is what I'm using. I'm using these right here, and it's very tough to get these on here, but because this is so thick. Whenever I did a shirt, practice on shirts and other pieces of material, these right here are easy to use. But when the material is thicker like this, it's harder to use. So, all right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to measure my chest piece. So what I'm gonna do is I want the top of this image to be at the top of this. So I'm gonna put it like this. And this is just me doing it. A little experience, no experience. So if you guys got any ways that you guys do it, whenever it comes to doing this right here, leave some comments down below and let me know. So for me, this is what I'm doing and it's been working out. So I'm just gonna come here and I'm gonna make a line across here with this white water soluble pencil. I bought this at Joann's or something like that. All right, so I got a line right here. So this line right here is the top of this image. And then like everything HTV, I'm coming off of the seam up here and I'm gonna come straight down. So as long as I keep this ruler straight, my image should embroider straight. So I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to make a line again, up and down. And now I have my little crosshairs. So this is not the middle of my image. This is going to be the top where it's going to say Bulls Soccer, and then it's going to come down this way. All right, so like I said, this is what we're using. This is what comes with the MT-1501 whenever you order it. So we're using the D. So I'm using the D hoop, right? So we're going to go ahead. So I'm going to put this in with this piece facing down, right? So it's in there, and as you can see, we're there. All right, and then I'm going to take the top of the hoop right here. There's a U shape up here, and there's a U shape here. So you want to put this U shape facing up, and I'll show you why later whenever we take this to go get embroidered. All right, so the Mighty Hoops, from what I know, you line it up and you drop it, and it's magnetic, so it sticks together, which seems a whole lot easier than what we're doing right here. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here. Just like that. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm holding it in place, and as you can see, this line right here is not in the middle of the hoop, and if you're just starting out, I'm going to show you that's okay. All right, I didn't know that at first. I thought I had to get this thing perfectly lined up. As long as there's a notch right here, a notch right here, here and here, basically if you have that lined up, your image should be straight across. So I'll show you in a minute whenever we go to the embroidery machine that you don't have to worry about this being in the center of your hoop, right? So now I'm going to attempt to tighten this. So I'm going to bring it to the edge, and I put the little screw right here. All right, so now I'm going to try to turn it over without it falling out, and here's our hoop right here. All right, so there's our hoop. Got it in there. Now I got to just get it really, really tight. So here's the pocket that I was telling you about. They don't care about the pocket being sewn, so it's all good with me. All right, tighten this thing as tight as I can. So hopefully I can invest in the Mighty Hoops eventually. All right, so here we are. We have it in place now. Just like that. All right, so now that we have our hoop in here, we're going to take it over to the machine. I'm going to show you how I set it up, the way I set it up, and then we'll go ahead and start embroidering this jacket right here. So let's go over there. All right, so here we are right here. This is the latch that I was telling you right here. This U is going to go inside of this clip right here. So all you're going to do is line up your jacket or whatever you're doing. You're going to put this against it. You got one here. So you got one on this side and one on this side. So, all right, so once I got it like this, I'm going to push it till it clicks. Once it clicks, it's in place, all right? All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my files that I have on the actual machine right here. I'm going to come to my second list, and this one we called it Fluffy because of the kind of jacket it is, right? And then when I hit OK, it's going to do that. All right, so if you look right here, you'll see our image is in the middle of the hoop, right? So remember, we're going to be moving this over because we got to get it in line with the line that we made on there. We are using needle number 1. So there's our needle number 1. This is just a one color job. So the color that we're using, we are using a 40 weight. So all you have to do is come in here and you would press the number that you're using. So just because that says red, it all goes off of the colors that you have back there in the back, right? So don't go off of this because you never know what you're going to use back there, right? So that's just the way that I do it, right? Everybody has their ways of doing things, right? So we got our one color. It's going up to number 1. Just want to make sure, and then we're going to hit OK, right? So next thing we want to do is we want to trace our image. So before we can do that, we have to come over here and we have to enter embroidery status by hitting this lock. So we hit OK. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit this trace button. All right, so now I'm going to hit the trace button. And whenever I do that, what it's going to do is it's going to trace our image. So here it goes. So there it goes. It's tracing our image. And then it's going to go back to the original spot. So we're going off of this needle right here, needle number 1. All right, so here's our needle right here. And we need to bring this over to this line. So I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna push this button. It's gonna slide it over. All right, so we're there. So now we're in the middle where we want our image. Right above this is where our line is at. But whenever I do my trace, I want to make sure that the top of the trace ends at the top of this line right here. So if I click this, you'll be able to see how far we are off. Hopefully you guys can see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my image down until I get it where I want it. So we're going to go here. We're going to do our trace again. Check it. And we're just about right. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. We're going to do it again. And we're right on the line now. So we're going to the top of this line. And this right here, I think we're good. So now that I got this thing here and I got it here, this is where that pocket is at. Hope that doesn't give me no problem. But the only thing we do is try and see what happens. All right, one more thing I want to show you is that the needles that come on this machine are the 7511s, I believe. And this is what comes with the machine. You'll get a whole pack like this, right? This is what's in there, the 7511. I took out that needle in needle number 1, and I put the 65.9 in there. So with the 65.9, it's a little bit thinner so that we don't get a big hole whenever it's embroidering the jacket, if that makes sense. With this one, it's a lot thinner. I know with polyester fabric, from what I've read up and the videos I've seen, you're supposed to use a ballpoint needle. But the customer has seen the jacket already because I've already done a couple of them. He's seen the jacket and he loves it. So if he's happy with it, I'm happy with it, right? So just so that you know, we're using the 65.9 and we're using 40 weight white that comes with the machine also. All right, so whenever you're ready, you just hit start right here and it will start doing what it's gonna do. All right, so here we go. Wish me luck, all right? Also, this image here has 6,849 stitches. So it's not a big image, but it's all right. So we're gonna see how this thing works out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fast forward to this so you guys can see the process and how it goes, all right? I'll let it run for a little bit and then I'll fast forward it. But if you look at that, I'm used to seeing like really nice crisp letters when it comes to like screen printing or doing vinyl. But what I've learned with embroidery is it's not like that, right? And when you get letters little letters like that I should be happy with it. So I'm happy with it. The customer's happy with it. People that I've sent it to, like Ramon the Cholo, who does this all the time, says it looks good. Again, Ramon, I appreciate all the information that you've been giving me. And then also Ricoma, if I had a question, I did one and it missed the spot. I had to do a fast forward thing. I called the Ricoma helpline and they did a Zoom call or a face-to-face call and they fixed it for me and showed me how to use that fast forward function without no hesitation. So, but as you can see, look at that. I think it looks good. So we're gonna let it finish doing its thing. The needle stopped, so we ran out of bobbin on here. That's the only other thing that it can be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out of here. This one is right here. Whenever I bring this up, this little latch right here, bring it down, and then grab the bobbin case and just bring it out. And yeah, we look in there, it's out. So I'm going to show you how to replace the bobbin. Alright, so here we are right here. This is the bobbin case for the MT-1501. Alright, so we got this right here. What we're going to do is we're going to get our bobbin and we're going to slide it right in there just like that. Alright, so whenever we pull the bobbin, we should see bobbin rotating like this right there. Alright, so you should be able to read the word bobbin spinning. Alright, so then once you have it like that, what you're going to do is you're just going to rotate it to this little slit right there. You're going to slide it in there. Hopefully this thing will focus. Alright, you're going to bring it through there. Then you got this little, what they call a pigtail right there. You're going to grab it and you're going to wrap it around it 2 times. Once you got that, come back to our bobbin case, put it in, and listen for the snap. When it snaps, close your door, whatever you have out, just leave it hanging out. Alright, then we can hit start. Right, so whenever it's done, it will do this. And that's when you know it's complete. So we're going to take this off. We're going to clean off all these little, I guess they call them pigtails or whatever. All right, so now that it's done, we're going to put our fingers here, push up on the hoop, and then we're going to pull it right out like that. So there it is. We're going to go ahead and clean all these out. Look at these little letters. I think they look good for not knowing anything about embroidery. So let me clean all this up and be right back. I need to buy the scissors with the scissors that have the curve. I think we'll use those. I'll give you some dogs over, but they work. Right, so there it is. So there it is. I've had people tell me, like, whenever you have little hairs that stick out like this or whatever, take a lighter. This is polyester, so just be careful. You don't want to, I guess, like I said, I don't really know too much about this. So I'm just going off of what people who have done this, I reach out to them and they're helping me out, so. Alright, so here it is. I think this looks good. The customer, they really like it. So if they're happy, I'm happy. Right here, the bobbin right now, so there's like a little bit right here. I should have went back probably and did the little fast forward thing and redid this, but it's all good. They're happy with it. So here's the back right here. So here's the backing. A lot of people say don't pull it, so I'm not gonna pull it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out. So we'll be right back. All right, so there it is. There is some puckering in here, I guess that's what they call it. There's a little bit of that in here. But this is a puffy material, so I don't know if it's just the two materials pulling together causing that. Leave some comments down below. Ramon the Cholo, he told me to slow the speed down, so I had it like at 550, and to put extra backing. So I'm going to try that on the next one and see what I get. So like I said, I just didn't jump into this and say let's go. Here is an old snowsuit, right? So I did one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So I did a bunch of tests, right, before I even jumped in on this. Again, this is 2 different materials, but they still came out good. You know what I mean? So once I had confidence that they were going to come out good, I said, let's go for it. You know what I mean? So these came out good, came out decent. Like I said, old snowsuit. When we used to live up in Washington State, we were going to throw it away. So I said, let me use this to replicate this. And I think it came out good. We'll put this one into the done pile. So that's done. We still got these to do. That one's already hooped, ready to go. All right, so that's it. That's the end of the video. You're probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm not able to show you the finished product because the customer came and picked up everything while I was at work. So it is what it is, right? But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you a post that I posted on Instagram. I'm gonna show you that post. It was either Instagram or TikTok, one of the two. Make sure you go follow me on TikTok. We just started a TikTok page also. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the post that I put there so you guys can see the outcome of the way these things turned out. So as you guys saw, those things came out pretty good, right? No experience, none, zero at all, right? And like I told you guys in the video, I didn't just jump into it. I did a test after test after test after test. This was, like I said in the video, this was something that we're getting ready to throw away. It was fluffy, just like the jackets that I was doing. So what better way to do it than on something like this, right? So when I started getting good results like this right here, I built up my confidence and I was like, let's do this. And this thing right here, if you have a good digitizer, I am going to put the digitizer's link down below. You guys can go check out who I get my stuff done. He's on Instagram. I don't really know his name, but what I'm gonna do is I'll put his information down below. You guys can go over there and check him out if you guys need any work. He does fast turnaround, and he's doing a pretty good job, as y'all can see. He's done this. And then, like I said, if you're watching those little YouTube stories posts that I put out there, you guys will see all the stuff that I've been doing. I've only done this right here, this job, and I did another one on some polyester shorts and a shirt for the soccer, right? So those all came out really good. All right, so the shop is picked up, like I told you guys, in those YouTube stories again, because that's just the easiest way to make a clip. I got a contract job. I mean, that's amazing because I'm getting so much work from them, and then the guy that's bringing me all that contract work is sending people ones and twos over here to get stuff embroidered like this right here on their kids' individual stuff like this. So that's been a blessing right there. So I'm really excited about that, and then everything that's been coming in also. If you guys are wondering how I got the contract job, and it's like I've been telling everybody that I've been talking to on the phone, everybody that I've been talking to through just Instagram or whatever, self-promotion. You have to promote yourself, and that's what I did. I just went on Facebook into this area that I live. I introduced myself, told them that we were a new shop here, and the next day, the director from the Bulls Soccer League came in here, and here we are. He said 7,000 to 8,000 pieces a year, so I'm good with it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna complain. So he was asking if I'm gonna keep up with it. Better believe it. We're gonna keep up with that, right? Because that's what we do, right? As a small business, someone brings you a lot of work. I don't care how much it is, you make it happen. You make it happen. That's what we're gonna do. And then everybody else that's been coming in, we're slammed right now, and I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? We stay busy here, so that's good. First month and a half, we're slow, but ever since I made that post on Facebook, what you got to do, self-promote yourself, we have picked up a lot. It was like a 360 in one day, you know what I mean? So self-promote yourself, get out there and let them know that you are in your area. All right, and then again, like I told you guys, I don't hide nothing from nobody. I was sponsored by Ricoma. I'm not going to tell you that I bought this machine, and then later on you find out that I was lying to you the whole time. Again, Ricoma, they sponsored me for this machine. So if you guys are interested, in one of these right here, once you get the hang of it, once you start learning the machine and the way it works, and you have a good digitizer, they make this a whole lot easier for you. Take the digitizing out of it. Whenever it comes time, you just hit these little threads right here, You put in your colors. Once you have everything set, you hit start. Once you go through the little process, right? You got to set it up first. But once you have everything set up, you hit start and you let it run. Hopefully nothing happens where you don't have run out of the bobbin like I did or anything like that, right? Again, like I said, if you're interested in one of these machines, or maybe a 2-head machine or a 3 or whatever else they sell over there at Ricoma, go down below. There's a link down there. You click that link. With that link down below, what you're going to do is you're going to fill out your information. Someone from Ricoma will get in touch with you, and then they're going to do all the stuff over there to make sure that they get you the best deal on one of these. Also, by you clicking my link down below, you'll get $100 off single head, or a multi-head, you get $250 off if you want to go with more than just one head. And then with approved credit, you can get 0% financing and a low monthly payment. All right. So with that being said, again, I just want to say thank you guys for following me through this whole journey with the print shop, with the vinyl stand that we're doing over there. We're like super busy. And then you guys know I got a full-time job that we're going to finish that contract. And then we're going to get out of that. And then we're going to do this full-time. So again, thank you guys for all the support. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Crazy. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see where this channel is going to go now that we're adding embroidery in there. It's going to be a good thing, because like I said, we don't know this thing. We're going to learn it together. And by me doing what I do, and everybody that tells me that I've influenced them or I've motivated them to start their own business, like, that is amazing. You know what I mean? Now that we add this, it's going to add that more motivation to you guys, so that you guys can not only do what you're doing right now, but you got something else that you can add on, and you can come back and look at what I did so that you guys can learn it, right? All right, so we're going to get out of here. I want to say thanks to everybody. I do it in every video. I thank all of you all the time. I just want to say thank you for all the support. Without you guys, there'd be none of this, right? So thank you guys for your support. You guys keep me motivated to keep putting out content like this, even though it's really, really hard now. A lot of people want me to go do lives again, but it's just so hard, right? It's just so hard because I'm so busy. But I just want to say thank you guys for understanding that. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for everything. And until next time, keep pressing.